let's talk about the magic and the medicine of calendula. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite hood healer. It's your favorite hood high priestess. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie, captain, goddess, pirate, king. LadySpeech is the place to be, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. You could be anywhere in the world, absolutely, positively anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, you are somewhere in the world, and you're also sharing a little bit of time and space with me. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling any of this, if you're feeling any of me, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notifications bell so you can keep up with all of my shenanigans. You can keep up with all of my shenanigans. Now, let's get into today's herb of the week video. Shall we? All right, y'all. Today we talking about that garden marigold, that pot marigold, that holy gold, that Mary Bud baby. Today we're talking about the magic and the medicine of calendula, 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 calendula. This right here, these golden flowers right here have been recognized for a long time for their medicinal purposes as well as their magical purposes. This jar of gold right now that I'm holding in my hands, this sunflower as they like to call it, this child of the sun, this child of fire right here. If you've got calendula, baby, you've got a whole lot of magic in your hands. Let's talk about it. Bride of the sun, holy gold, husband's dial, Mary gold. These are some of the other names that calendula is sometimes known as, or if you see these listed, and if you see any of these names listed in old school spell work, you know that this is talking about calendula, okay? Let's talk about some of the basic information, some of the foundational information when it comes to this plant. It is gendered as masculine. The planet it is ruled by is the sun, evidenced by this beautiful orange and yellowy tone. And the element is fire, baby. We can expect nothing less from an element that is ruled by the sun. Let's talk about some of the magic things that this plant is known for. It's known for protection. So this is something that a lot of us utilize, and I can tell you from personal experience, I utilize calendula a lot in my protective spiritual baths. So this is really good for protection. This plant is really good for prophetic dreams. So if you are a dream worker, this is a really good plant to utilize with your dream work. This is a plant that is used in legal matters as well, and it is a plant that many of us use to engage in spiritual cleansing. How do we use this plant in magic? Let's talk about it. As I mentioned before, a lot of practitioners across spiritual practices utilize the holy gold, the calendula, in their spiritual baths. I personally, speaking from personal experience, use these quite often in my spiritual baths in the name of cleansing, spiritual cleansing, and in the name of protection. Also, if I need a boost to my psychic powers, if I need a boost to my clairvoyancy, this is a mystical, magical element that does exactly that. It boosts the hell out of your psychic abilities, okay? So spiritual baths is a thing. You can use this to dress candles if you want. So you can grind these or treat these or leave the petals whole and use it to dress your candles. You can use just that to dress your candles, or you can use it along with other herbs to dress your candles. Now, in regards to the dressing of your candles with this herb, I want to bring you to the texture of this herb. It's very paper-like and it's very thin. So if you're going to be using herbs to dress candles, be careful. Also, when we light dress candles, we are there when the candle is burning. We don't like to leave those candles unattended because fire hazard, baby. Safety first, Safety first, safety first, safety first. So spiritual baths, you can use this to dress your candles. You can add this to oil formulations that you're making for whatever purposes that you're making your oil formulations for. People have also decorated this with this plant and used the decoration as undercover protection work. You can make a garland out of this, or you can use the whole flower to decorate your house to bring in those elements of protection. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this. You can, I said oil formulations, there's other formulations as well. You can add this to bath salts and create, you know, bath salt formulations. There's a lot of different ways that you can utilize, and just carrying it, just being with it. Just being with the plant itself, meditating with it will help you with the heart work. As far as protection and prophetic dreams goes, you can sprinkle some of the whole plant, or you can sprinkle the petals under your bed or under your pillow to aid in protection at night. If you know someone who is dealing with night terrors, this is something that might be able to help them in the mystical realm in regards to their night terrors. So sprinkling this on the bed itself, under the bed, or sprinkling this inside of the pillowcase can go a long way to help that energy. All right, y'all, I'm doing a little bit of research for this video. I discovered how medicinal this plant is. Like I said, this is an ingredient that you might have seen out in mainstream land inside of teas, or you might have seen this inside of salves, or you might have seen this ingredient included in lotions. This plant has been used for medicinal purposes for a very long time. I was familiar with the magic of this plant, but I was not familiar with how long it's been used as far as medicine goes, okay? So let me read to you some of the medical properties and benefits of this plant. It's anti-inflammatory, it's antibacterial, it's antiseptic, antifungal, it's antioxidant, and it has a lot of immune supporting capabilities to it, okay? This plant has been used to stop bleeding. This plant has been used to treat skin condition. This plant has been used and ingested. It has been used to bring on menses. It is used to calm energies around the menses. This plant has been used across countries, across continents for a very long time in both the magical and the mystical realm and in the medicinal realm, okay? Here's my thing. If you've never ingested this, if you've never worked with it inside your body, I want you to go see a qualified and certified herbalist before you start putting random herbs in your body, okay? Before you start putting random things in your body, go see someone professional, all right? So that you know how to use them and you don't poison yourself out here in these streets. We're trying to do magic. We're trying to heal ourselves. We're not trying to poison ourselves, okay? Safety first. Safety first. Let's get back to the magic for a bit, okay? So some other ways that you can use calendula if you are working with a deity that is associated with the sun. This is a great offering for them, okay? This is something that was used to salute the sun gods for millennia, all right? So this is really good use for this. In your spell work, I forgot to mention that legal matters, calendula is your friend, okay? Were you wrongfully pulled over and you need to fight that ticket? Add some calendula to your spell work, baby. Add some calendula to your spell work, baby. Are you being sued? Add some calendula to your spell work, baby. Add some calendula to your spell work, baby. This also promotes strength. This is a good ingredient that is used in a lot of love work and a lot of magic work in regards to keeping marriages all the way together. And this is something that provokes and invokes positive outcomes. So if you're looking for a positive outcome in your spell work, if you're looking for things to end up on your side, a little bit of luck energy, calendula is definitely your friend, okay? Calendula has also been used in love work, all right? We did speak about, I keep saying that, but we did speak about the fact that this is protective. So when we add it to the love work, it enhances that protective energy. It helps to protect the union that we are fortifying, that we are strengthening. Speaking of strengthening, did I say that? I don't know if I said that, but this is a good strengthening ingredient. So if you want to strengthen the potency of one of your spell work, consider adding calendula. Now remember, all parts of the plant are important and you need to consider that in your spell work. So again, the gender is masculine. and the planet is the sun. So what we don't want to do is use work. If we have a lot of cool work that we're doing, if the spell work that we're doing has a lot of, if we're doing some water work, we don't want to add this, because this brings the fire, baby. This brings the fire. One of the reasons why I love this plant is because it is very simple to work with. You can add this to elaborate workings and it's going to enhance your workings. It's going to do exactly what it's supposed to do. I also like this is because if all you got is this, you have a lot to work with. Sometimes spells require a lot of different steps. They require a lot of different elements. There's a whole lot of ingredients. Sometimes your workings require a lot. And sometimes the best workings are simple. They contain 1 or 2 elements and they contain a few instructions, but all of the passion. Calendula is something that you can bespell, you can invoke the energy of and just carry it. You can, even as decoration, carries a potent energy. Just carrying the petals in your hand or in your pocket helps so much, okay? Calendula is a one-stop shop. For any of you budding witches, for any of you new witches, for any of you baby spiritualists, this needs to be a consistent thing that is in your witch's spice rack, okay? For you old school practitioners, for those of us who are a lot more experienced, who've been in the game for a while, this plant is probably already part of our witchy magic spice rack, okay? No matter where you are in your practice, mess with this right here. Mess with this right here. And I like it because you can find it in a lot of different places. You can find this medicine across many different lands in many different places. So this is what I like most about it, is that it is accessible to so many of us throughout this world. One of my very favorite things about this plant is that so many of us across spiritual practices use this plant. This is a great uniter. I'm rooted in the traditions of hoodoo, voodoo, and conjure. And this right here, I have been using for years. But I also know people who come from a lot of different other traditions that use this plant. A lot of us use it in the same exact ways. A lot of our people got the same exact downloads. We communicated with this plant and got the same exact messages. And a lot of us use it in a lot of different ways. I'm gonna be super honest with you. A lot of people who are coming from more Latinx based practices, my friends who come from Latinx, Afro-Latinx, and Afro-Indigenous practices, utilize this as decoration. The power of this as decoration, with that was shown to me by people from other practices, okay? Just placing the plant in a prayerful, intentional way in your life brings on and brings out those magical energies. So I really like this plant because it unites a lot of us across cultures, across languages, across spiritual practices. And it is that symbol that at the root of a lot of our practices, there's commonality. There's commonality. There's commonality. And that's beautiful to me. And last but not least, let's cover a couple of the holistic things that calendula has been used for by a lot of our naturopathic doctors for a very long time. So first and foremost, folks have used this to help with wounds. This has been a plant that people have carried with them in times of war. This has helped with healing infections. This has helped with treating inflammation, and this plant has helped with bleeding as well. It's been something that's been used in acne treatment. So you might look at the back of some of your acne treatments and y'all will find this plant listed. Insect bites. So this is, again, if you want to infuse this with a carrier oil, this is something that people have used to treat insect bites, bug bites. This is also something that has been used in, I keep pointing over here because this is where this is where I put it. This has been something to help people recover from surgery. This is also something that has helped people recover from eczema. So I do know a few naturopathic practitioners who make salves and they make tinctures and they make skincare, and they heavily rely on the magic and the medicine of calendula. This has helped with cold sores, chicken pox, diaper rash, okay? This covers a lot. This covers a lot. When I tell you this plant is magical, when I tell you this plant is mystical, when I tell you this plant is important to the magical world and it's important to the medicinal world, I mean it, baby. Witches, listen up. If this ain't a part of your toolbox, get it in your toolbox. Advanced witches, listen up. If this ain't a part of your toolbox, get it in your toolbox. And that's that on calendula. And that's that on magic. And that's that on medicine. If you made it to the end of this video, gold star for you. You, my dear, are the real MVP. I want to thank you for your participation. I want to thank you for your support. Please like, share, comment on this video as you see fit. Share it with all the people that you feel like it needs to go to. Thank you so much for your patience. I realize that Herb of the Week is something that y'all really like, and I have been lax about this regular content in regards to Herb of the Week. So I pledge and promise to come at you more with more herbs of the week, because y'all enjoy this and I actually enjoy making these for you as well. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for your participation. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for love. Thank you so much for spending your attention and your time with me. That's valuable currency, and I take that very seriously, okay? Just in case no one told you today, you are beautiful. You are wonderful, and you, my dear, are so very divine. I want you to go ahead and have a good day. I want you to have a good week. I want you to have a good moment, a good month, a good rest of the year, a good decade, a good rest of your life, baby. I want you to have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good middle of the night, whenever you encounter this video, honey. I hope you're having a good one. And on that note, you know what to do. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling any of this, if you're feeling any of me, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be keeping up with all of my shenanigans and happenings and good stuff and all that good stuff and all that good stuff and all that good stuff. And on that note, I'll see you, God willing, in the next video. Peace.